Hey there, welcome in. Disclaimers, these are just my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear I am just here to sit and chat shit with you, basically. Now, I've been following this Epping thing, right, and I've seen the difference between what the mainstream media is saying about it and what new media, I think it's called, YouTubers and whatever, going there on the ground and saying. Obviously, the media are like far-right thuggery and whatever. And, when you're there, these are people from Epping who are basically pissed off that there is a migrant hotel, the Bell Hotel, and that there is a guy in there who sexually assaulted a schoolgirl. And I think he's 38, right? This for, if you're not English and you don't know this. Obviously, most English people do know this. And then last Thursday, I think, a group of lefties, I don't like right and left, I don't like it, do not subscribe to the theorem, like literally not on board with it. We're all human beings. We all have good and bad in us. We all have differing opinions. Can't stand this, you're this. Hilariously now, I'm seen as far right, where literally the whole time I've had this channel, I've been called a lefty. That just goes to show, mate. And I have been saying on this channel for the 17 years that I've had it, that I think that the goal from up there is civil war. And that's ever before migrants were a thing, and ever before I learned anything about Islam. It was like, right, you bomb in Afghanistan, they've done nothing at you, what do you expect? Now comes out, we're paying, our taxpayers have paid for 25,000 of them to come over, actually need to get this in. Remember when I met this Afghan, and I called him an Afghan boatman because I just assumed, made an ass out of you and me, that this guy arrived on a boat. But I'm not so sure now, because these two guys that I approached, I'm assuming they were both Afghan, but again, assume. But the guy that I spoke to was from Afghanistan, and he is the guy that I said, oh, you a Muslim? Yes, I am, and as 99% of Afghans are. And I was like, I've read that, Muslim men see women and children as beneath them. And he looked me in the eye and said, yes, we do. Do you know what I mean? Straight up Muslim from Afghanistan, said what your bloody government and the police are telling you is bullshit. Yeah, that's what we learn in Islam, is that men are better than fucking women and girls, right? But I'm wondering if these guys were actually part of this war thing. Because if you remember, like she says, like people actually oh God, shut up, carry on. You never do know. Some point in time, somebody might just binge watch. Just put away 3 weeks, binge watch the whole fucking channel, all 800 and whatever videos I've done. But just in the past few weeks since I've learned about this, just this year, and I did say that the guy that he was with was wearing a terrorist scarf. I don't know what to call them. You know, the ones like the brightly coloured, fucking massive thing, and it was warm. Do you know what I mean? I think I was wearing this T-shirt, to be fair. And he got one of these big fucking, with the bubbles on it. Like he was wearing a war scarf. So I wonder if these were actually soldiers that had been brought over. But he was obviously not from this country because he was Afghan. And they were looking like they were in cahoots, like when I walked up to them, and only, oh fucking hell. Anyway, so Epping, right? So this has been going on for weeks. This man assaulted this man, and who is still in that hotel. He sexually assaulted somebody. They've not arrested him, nothing like that from what I can gather. He's still in that hotel. Another man who's in that hotel is another migrant who burnt down a restaurant in another hotel because he wasn't happy with the quality of the free food provided. So he burnt the place down. So rather than arrest him, they moved him to fucking Epping with this other fucking bloke, and God knows how many of the others have committed sexual assault. Now, I've heard two differing things here. Like, don't quote me on fucking anything. I'm literally here to try and evoke thought in people, right? But I've heard it's 10 or 20. Afghan men are either 10, but it's definitely no less than 10. But the most recent one, I've heard twice that it's 20%. They're 20% more likely to commit sexual assault than British people. And yet we've brought over 25,000 of them at taxpayers' expense without asking anybody if we could. Just like we didn't ask anybody if we wanted to bomb them in the first fucking place, even though they got fuck all to do with 9/11, if you believe that 9/11 was done by terrorists, which, if you've got any common sense, and you won't believe that because there's no proof. There is no proof that happened. There's all manner of fucking proof that it was an inside job. The controlled demolition, being one of them. World Trade Center 7. I've gone through this many times over the years. Epping. So over the weeks, right, this has been ramping up. And they sent a load of lefties in there who'd all got identical placards. They'd arrived. The police took them to this place. And when these people arrived, shit kicked off. Till then, perfectly peaceful protest. Protect our fucking kids, which is what we all need. And again, please go look at SHIELD, right? Because I'm excited to see what SHIELD are going to do. It's a guy called Chris Hargreaves, I believe. Look him up. He's on Facebook. Now, regular people protect our kids, parents, families, friends, people who know this little girl who was sexually assaulted. Or I think he tried to kiss her, I'm not sure. And I saw one yesterday, this bloody migrant, tried to kiss a 17-year-old girl on the beach. Couldn't help himself. Not his fault. It's the closest he's ever been to a white woman. I'll put it to you, how did he fucking get to the beach then? He'll have had to walk past how many white women to get to that 17-year-old girl on the beach? Like the closest you've ever been to a white woman. What about all them fucking ones you walk past to get to that little girl? You fucking perv. Anyways, this is like an increasing thing, right? And the government are aiding and abetting it. They're not only not shutting it down, they're aiding and abetting it. And Epping is a perfect example, in my personal opinion. Now, this weekend, Tommy Robinson's going, so I've got my fucking popcorn. They're going to have a celebrity there. It's going to be mental, right? And where Tommy Robinson goes, and I'm not dissing him, for a change, spent all these years dissing him. I'm on his side now. The bloke, I've not been able to watch him personally over the years because I don't like angry, red-faced men. It puts me off, right? But I've gone to look and realised that he's been right this whole time, right? And so good on him, all power to you, up the robbo, right? But it's going to descend into chaos in Epping. Now, the people of Epping, because Tommy Robinson's going, and Tommy Robinson, a lot of Tommy Robinson supporters are very angry people, right? So I predict a riot. And funnily enough, so did the police, because they're spending a fortune to get fucking riot police to Epping because they know it's going to kick off. Everybody's going to descend on Epping, literally because Tommy Robinson's there, right? It's like, everybody will turn up at a restaurant if Gordon Ramsay's going to fucking take the piss out of the head chef. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? So everybody's going to be there. Tommy Robinson's going to be there. Like, mate, we're with Tommy. It's going to get fucking mental. And that is exactly what them bastards want, in my personal opinion. And do you know why? I think this, right? Because they are spending thousands and thousands of taxpayers' money on getting riot police there and literally protecting a group of foreign men from the people who live there. We're paying, people who live here are paying for them to protect people, two of which have committed crimes that we know of, two of them. For absolute definite, two men in there have committed crimes. And they're being protected from us at our expense. You think people ain't going to get pissed off about that, right? Get this. This is my... Now, I ain't no expert. I ain't a government official and I don't work for the police. I'm not fucking Hercule Poirot, right? But get this for a... Just check this out for an idea and tell me what you think. The BBC, the Epping people, the people of Epping, have said, we're not stopping till they're gone, right? Get them out of Epping. Keep our kids and our women safe. We'll let it go. I'm just going to spitball here. Going to be a bit crazy. Why not move them? Why not get them? Why not shut down that fucking hotel? Yeah, they'd have to go somewhere else. Like, literally, Epping is starting it off, right? Which is what they want. They want civil war. I've been saying it for fucking years, right? You do not bomb an innocent country, invite them to live with you, and then not expect fighting on the fucking streets. I've been saying it for over a fucking decade, right? Ever before I knew about any of this, before I learned about the Kalergi plan, for example, right, which is new. And the more I learn, the more it's like fitting in like Tetris. It's like, oh, come on, why can't we not see what this is? This is what they're doing. But literally, God knows how many tens of thousands of pounds this weekend is going to cost the British taxpayer for policing these strangers, these people who cannot be trusted. Two of them, for definite, are criminals. One an arsonist, one a sexual offender, and they are being protected from us at our expense, when literally all you need is a bloke and a coach. How much would that cost? You could literally send all of them away in a chauffeur-driven limo to stay in the fucking Ritz for a fortnight, and it'd cost you less than this Saturday's going to cost. So yes, if I was Tommy Robinson, I'd probably go as well. But I'd turn up. I would not plan if it were me. I'd turn up to show solidarity with these people. It wouldn't be everybody turn up on Saturday. I'm going to be there. Do you know what I mean? Because literally everybody's going to turn up there this weekend. Fucking, oh, mate, I'd hate to live in Epping just for the parking. Do you know what I mean? And they've shown, like, on this thing, it's a big old fucking long road. Lots can happen. Lots can happen, especially if they're planning, because this was planned, the lefties turning up was planned. They'd all got matching fucking banners. They'd all got bloody copies of the Socialist Worker. And literally, I'm so sorry, I forgot the name of the chap. Really good. Like, literally, I've only just found him. Really good, brilliant. I think it was last Thursday that he did the video on. And he was featured in a video that I watched today, just somebody walking by. A lot of people, thankfully, are documenting it so that we can see, what's really going on. But this organised group that the police took there to oppose these people, which shouldn't have been allowed in the first place, in my personal opinion, because these people are protecting women and children. But this guy, he asked loads of these people who'd gone there, and apparently they were getting paid 50, 60 quid an hour for going there and saying that these people were racist and that, like migrants are welcome in our country because we're good people. We're full. We're fucking full. No matter how good we are, mate, our standard of living is shite because we're giving it all away on our own turf with foreign aid. And then the rest, it's like, like giving it to fucking Zelensky. Do you mean? Just money on war and fucking everybody else. And they're expecting us to kick the fuck off because they've made it that way. They've made it so that we are angry because there's nothing that can be done about this. And it makes no fucking sense. Literally, the people of Epping would politely escort these guys off the premises. Well, they don't want to give them a fucking kicking. They just don't want them there. They just want them gone. They want to feel safe on their streets. That's all any of us want. Not any of us, obviously not the government. You know what I mean? Not the police. The police are there. Like it's all show, and it's a blatant show of we're protecting the baddies from the goodies. And I think that that's because they want us to kick off. So I have got my popcorn and I shall be watching. Hopefully I'll find out what this guy's name is. I know he's got dark hair. And he looks sort of like he might have an Asian bent, like a bit of he looks mildly Asian, like in the Chinese type. That kind of Asian, not like Indian or whatever. But if he's on, I'm glued, mate. Got me popcorn. Get me beer. But I've confidently predicted it to kick off. Mark my words, and I won't be the only one confidently predicting it. Anybody with an ounce of common sense, it's been ramping up for weeks, and they're not moving these people. Why not? Why not just move them? Boom. Problem solved. End of, mate. Could have been sorted out weeks ago. There are many, many other places that they could put these people where nobody would know, and literally it had calmed down for a bit. But no, because they want it ramped up, because they want civil war. They literally want us fighting on the streets. I have been saying it for over a decade, for nearly 2 decades. I have been saying that that's what they're after. Ever before I knew any of this, that they've been doing, but behind closed doors, bringing in 25,000 Afghans, and who we've conducted a hostile invasion on. What could possibly go wrong, mate? So yeah, and Tommy Robinson saying I'm going to be there. This is one of the things why. No, it's not. The main reason I'm not going to be there on September the 14th is literally because I can't physically do it. Do you know what I mean? It hurts me too much to walk any distance. Like getting down there would kill me, let alone marching on whatever. But also, what a perfect place to kick shit off. You've got everybody in one go. Literally, you've got these how many thousand fucking people who are like, no, I'll fight for you. Fuck it. These Afghan men fought for us in Afghanistan, apparently, right? And it's like, let's save them from the Taliban. Because England, we're so good at saving people, aren't we? We're so good at shut up. Except for our own women and children. Learned from somebody the other day. There's from a lovely lady who commented on my last video, and thank you, darling. That they send videos. They film girls on our streets and use it to advertise us as slags to the outside world, so that men come here thinking, yeah, rape, like literally, I'm having it. Oh God, they're all like this. Ooh, they all have their arse hanging out while they're walking down the street. They want it bad. I'm going to fucking shag her. Literally, absolute fucking shit show. It's only going to go one way, because that's the way that them bastards, if you've never been there before, that's these, like the enlightened ones, the ones who stole the secrets of the universe that were meant for us all to share back in the day. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, or might as well do that. Yeah, them bastards. them bastards who are above the government, who set up the banking system, set up the churches, set up the military industrial complex, fucking own everything. We pay them to be alive so that they don't have to do a thing. Them bastards. And they decided this in secret, conspired. Yes, it is a conspiracy fact. They do conspire. They go to their little retreats, Bohemian Grove, Davos, fucking Bilderberg, whatever, and they come together and fashion ways to put us down for their personal gain. The world is run upside fucking down so that the many work for the benefit of the few. Absolute fucking ludicrousy. And I'm excited at the minute. I have to say I'm excited that so many people are waking up. Even Japan are starting a movement to get Muslims out. Japan, mate. Like, but so many places. Never, no. Right? But so many people now are waking up because it is ramping up. We are building up to critical mass, I think. And obviously that's just going to go quicker the further we go but it's so encouraging to me watching people. When I started this, weren't a thing. Well, it was, but it was really underground. Conspiracy theorists were super like underground and whatever. Now you've got regular people waking the fuck up, and they shot themselves in the foot with the Rona because that really amped it up of us waking up. And we are waking up and we are realising what they're doing to us now. So let the chips fall where they may. Fingers crossed that nobody gets hurt at the weekend, but there's going to be absolute fucking bedlam. Thousands of people are going to descend on Epping this weekend. Just, if you're there, please stay safe. Please keep other people safe. Don't go fucking mental. Don't get Larry. And hopefully somebody in power, somebody rich and famous, somebody with a platform will go get them the fuck out of there. Problem solved. They've said they're not going to stop till they've gone. Get them fucking gone. It is not rocket science. Yes, they're going to turn up somewhere else. Yes, those people are going to... And you know, like, we're getting pop-up fucking... protests here, there and everywhere. And that's only going to get worse. But this weekend, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing because they know to ship in all of these fucking police officers when all they needed was one man and a coach. But no, let's have fighting on the streets. Let's have bedlam so that they can say far-right thuggery is destroying Britain. No, it's idiotic fucking management that's ruining Britain, mate. It's people putting criminals and people who are, a lot of them say they're literally here for the free stuff and the women. A lot of them will say, well, of course I'm going to England. Get everything there. Why would I not? Do you know what I mean? And rather than stopping giving them that, you know, like, stop, put the food out, the cats won't fucking turn up in the back garden. Rather than do that, they're ramping it up and they're putting it out there. The news articles, and remember that the media are in with them. It wouldn't come out in the news if they didn't want it out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally everything that's in mainstream media is planted there to brainwash us. And I don't like to say the word brainwash, but that's exactly what's happening at the minute. We have been brainwashed into thinking we can't defend ourselves because that makes us racist. And I'm not racist because there ain't very many of us who fucking are. I certainly ain't. Not racist at all. And yet I'm seen as it because I'm saying what they've told us makes me racist. Right, I'm just going to shut up. But basically, one bloke and a coach would sort Epping out. And instead of that, The government ain't that far up, to be fair. The government are saying, no, we'll spend tens of thousands of taxpayers' dosh on what? What are they doing? What are they getting the riot police in there for? To save criminals? It is a stage show. The whole world is a stage. Do not be a player. And on that, I'll leave it. If you've made it to the end, I owe you a bevy. If you've actually listened to me, I fucking love you. Like, literally, because... And to these two ladies that commented on my last... Just thank you for making me feel like I'm not, showing me that I'm, bring on the matriarchy, girls. Our time is now. Right? Thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.